Now we're talking winter, but we just got done with the tropical season. A lot of you know the hurricane season finishes at the end of November. But it didn't finish with a bang. It didn't start with a bang, and there really wasn't much to talk about, although it was forecasted to be that way. Let's talk to Hallie Vogel and find out what happened.
In recent years, hurricanes have brought death, destruction, and wreaked havoc on Americans in a matter of minutes. Despite the experts' forecast, the 2013 hurricane season was one of the quietest on record. For homeowners, insurance companies, and victims of Hurricane Sandy, the unusually calm season was welcomed. But for forecast groups like the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, better known as NOAA, the season was considered a dud. NOAA said there was a 70% chance we'd see 13 to 20 named storms during the season. They believed as many as 11 could become hurricanes, and 3 to 6 were forecast to become a Category 3 or higher. This prediction was well above the seasonal average. What actually happened? There were 13 named storms, 2 hurricanes, none of them major hurricanes. We haven't seen this few storms since 1982. And the last major hurricane in the U.S.? Wilma, 8 years ago. I spoke to Dr. Jerry Bell, a research meteorologist and hurricane specialist from NOAA, and he admits this was definitely a difficult season to forecast.
There's not a model on the planet that predicted the patterns that we saw, and that again owes to the rarity of this type of event we had this year.
So why was this season so unusual? Well, the eastern Atlantic experienced warmer, drier air aloft, which stabilized the atmosphere and kept storms from developing. Also, more wind shear in the western Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico kept storms that did form from strengthening. Another problem, dry air from Africa and extreme drought in Brazil stopped storms from forming. Most storms develop from August to the end of September, but this year's conditions were the driest since records began in 1970. This year's poor predictions may eliminate future storm counts on long-range forecasts, and some meteorologists now think forecast models just simply need to improve overall. So until then, what do we do? Well, we should still use long-range forecasts as a guide to what to expect during the season, but we've always known that it's a week-to-week forecast we really need to concentrate on, and certainly day-to-day as a storm threatens to make landfall. And this year's predictions confirm just that. So ultimately, we always hope for the best, but need to be prepared for the worst each severe weather season.